Mr. Speaker, Oxford is home to thousands of hard-working auto workers and spin-off jobs that fuel our economy. A new report warns that the unjustified U.S. tariffs on the auto sector could kill 50,000 jobs.
Yeah.
Our families are worried, our workers are terrified, and the layoffs have already started. But this Prime Minister claimed to be the man with a plan. But as we don't get a deal done, we are suffering right across the board. The Prime Minister talks a big game, but when it comes to fighting for auto workers, he is missing from action. Can the Liberals tell us how many auto sector jobs will be lost because they failed to get a deal?
L'honorable ministre des Finances.
Mr. Speaker, it's incumbent on every member in this House to fight for auto sector, Mr. Speaker. We know that they are the best worker in the world. We know that they are in our communities across the country. We know that we have been working with them hand in hand at every time, Mr. Speaker. We're facing a trade war from our closest neighbor, Mr. Speaker, but one thing is true. We're going to fight for our workers. We're going to fight for our industry. We're going to fight for Canada. Mr. Speaker, we're the true North, strong and free, and we'll fight for our workers.
The honourable member for Niagara Falls, Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Speaker, in May, GM announced a record-setting $888 million investment in one of our local V8 engine plants. Problem is, they're investing it in Tonawanda, New York, just miles away from our very own V8 engine plant in St. Catharines. Workers in Niagara are worried about their future, and now a new report says that the unjustified U.S. tariffs could kill over 50,000 auto sector jobs in Canada. Will the Liberals admit their failure to get a deal with the U.S. threatens to kill thousands of good-paying auto sector jobs in southern Ontario?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Industry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're in this trade war against these unjust and illegal tariffs. That's what we're fighting every day. That's what the Prime Minister is taking on in Kananaskis. And we are fighting for the workers and their investments. And let's just remember, on a day where we've just remembered Buzz Hargrove in this House and what he would be fighting for, let's fight together for those things that will keep us together, strong, fighting for those investments, fighting for those workers. I invite the members opposite to join us in that fight.
The Honourable member for Windsor-Tecumseh Lakeshore.
Mr. Speaker, a new report says that the U.S. tariffs on Canada's auto sector could kill 50,000 jobs. The Prime Minister promised elbows up with the U.S., but it's been elbows down. He said he was the man with the plan, but he's been unable to get a deal, directly threatening the jobs of Canadian auto workers. We need real solutions for Canadians. Can the Liberal government tell us how many jobs will be lost in the auto sector because of their failure to get a deal?
The Honourable Minister of Transport and Internal Trade.
Mr. Speaker, our government will always stand up for our auto sector. We will always stand up for our auto workers.
That's right.
That is what we were elected to do, to stand for Canada, to fight for Canada. That is what the Prime Minister is doing this week in Kananaskis. And I do know that Canadians recognize, and I hope all members of this House will recognize, you can't get a good deal for Canada if you negotiate in public.
Hear, hear.
The Honourable member for Windsor West.
Mr. Speaker, in Windsor, we build cars. It's what feeds our families and pays our mortgages. But now, 50,000 Canadian auto jobs are at risk because this Prime Minister couldn't get a deal with the United States. He promised to be elbows up, but instead, it's elbows down. In Windsor, auto workers and suppliers are very concerned, and they deserve answers. And if Buzz was here today, he'd be asking how many jobs will be lost because this Liberal government failed to stand up for Windsor and the Canadian auto sector, Mr. Speaker.
Good question.
The Honourable Minister of Transport and Internal Trade.
Mr. Speaker, this is a frightening time for our auto workers. It's a frightening time for all Canadians. And that is why it is so important for Canadians to hear all of us say that our government was elected to stand for Canada, our government was elected to fight for Canada, and that, Mr. Speaker, is what we shall surely do. It is what we are doing. And I know, Mr. Speaker, Canadians are smart. They know you can't get a good deal if you negotiate in public.